You can do both. You can build a life you want to build, and you can also still do a 9 to 5. Yeah, I said it. You can do both. Because I feel you've heard a lot of people tell you over time that you need to be an extremist. You need to either go all in for your goals, for your dreams, your passions, or you can go back and live a very sad and sorry life being a 9 to 5er. By the way, being a 9 to 5er is not a sad life. I just really, really want to put that out there. Society has been influenced by a lot of like toxic culture that is saying 9 to 5s are bad, 9 to 5s are terrible, 9 to 5s are. Just for context, the people working 9 to 5s are the very same reason why society is still functioning. If we didn't have cashiers, we wouldn't get served. If we didn't have cleaners, people wouldn't have like clean buildings to walk into, clean public toilets. But that's besides the point. You can do both. I'm not telling you to not go after your dreams, but I am telling you to be wise about things. I don't want you to rush into a situation where you forfeit a pretty good situation you have in your life. Let's say, for example, you're almost done with university, or you're currently in university and you're pretty far into it, you're doing pretty good for yourself, but then it's like you're hearing a lot on this, you gotta ditch the two, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. For some people, it does work. I'm not gonna knock it off and say it doesn't work. It does work for some people. But how about you really sit down, and I really want you to like be honest with yourself and analyze things. Like, look at your current situation. If you were to jump headfirst into the thing you want to do, would you be able to keep yourself afloat? Will you be able to keep going in life? Will you be able to like push through the intensity? Because you are not coming into this as a person who has connections or who has like the highest starting position. You're coming into this as like a new person, a beginner, someone with a bit of experience in this field because you dabbled in it once or twice in life, but it's not automatically going to make things like the peak. You're not going to get to the height of the heights that you're trying to reach in like a couple of months. And I'm not trying to knock off your potential. That's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to knock off your potential. But I have to be real with you here. I got to be real with you. As your brother, I have to be real with you. You need to be real. You need to be wise about things. You need to plan yourself. You need to map yourself. And it's not boring. It's smart. It's wise. It's investing. It's placing yourself ahead of a competition that you don't even know exists. A lot of people are going to push themselves into a situation where they either go all in for this one thing they want to do, and it's not a bad thing, but because they push themselves so far into the deep end without like a way of remaining afloat, they sink, they drown, and then you come up and you see YouTube videos or posts that are like, why chasing after my passion was the worst mistake I could ever have done. It's not that it wasn't probably meant for them, it's just that they did it in a manner that wasn't meant to be. That's not how it should have been. And I want you to really think about it and look at your situation. Because it's not about what someone else is telling you, it's about what you do. So if you pick anything from this entire video, I want it to just be simply that you take your time and you just like actually sit down and think about it for yourself. Don't let someone else like fool you or just drag you into it. Think about it yourself. Is this gonna work for me? If I leave what I am doing currently, will I be able to push forward? Will I be able to make somewhere? And look, miracles can happen. You can build the two things, and then your dream life can start taking off. Things can start happening. Things change. Stuff happens. Momentum will pick up eventually, as long as you don't give up. And then once that happens, if you feel like continuing with like that same stable thing, like maybe it's a 9 to 5 or it's school or whatever it is, if you think keeping up with that is just like a waste of time, by all means go for it. But you see, the best part would have been you have already established yourself in your dream. You've established a working society, a working culture, things that can keep you afloat even after you just like say, nah, I'm not doing that thing I was doing before. So yeah, be wise. Be extremely wise.